All right, everybody. I hope you're ready for Daytona because that's where we are tonight. We're here, SR Broadcasting. We're with SoMo Racing League in the DAYZ Racing XFINITY Series at Daytona International Speedway, sponsored by iRacing World. We'd like to thank iRacing World for sponsoring tonight's race. If you haven't been iRacing World on Facebook, go to iRacing World on Facebook and click join. Come join the many members that are on there. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of stories, a lot of information, a lot of racing, a lot of just a lot of good stuff on there. So that's all head up by Jeff Glockner and his bunch of admins. They do a good job on there. They keep it running pretty smooth. So go on out, check them out. We got 80 laps here tonight in the XFINITY series, sponsored by DAYZ Racing. No fast repairs here tonight, so I don't know. We were just watching some warm up a little while ago, and we kind of saw the big one. So I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but Daytona, Talladega, the big one always does come. One thing I am surprised, though, there is 24 drivers out on the track. Usually Daytona and Talladega super speedways usually bring guys out of the woodwork. I know, like 4th of July weekend coming up and all, a lot of traveling, so probably a lot of guys are vacationing. So there's going to be a little bit of a shake-up in the points here tonight, but should be a pretty good race. Let's take a look quick. The top 5 right now in warm-up: Brian Neff, Timothy Lewis, Justin Rogers, Len McNeese, and Dean Biney hanging on to the top 5 here. Let's go see if there's anybody out drafting. I see a lot of... There we go. We have the 89 of Shane Papala behind the 18 of Joe Mitchell. Right behind them, the 07 of Billy Howard. New paint job on Shane's car tonight. I believe it's the Black Cat. Let's see if I can get down closer and take a look. Yeah, the Black Cat. Looking from the top of Joe's car. Should be a pretty good race. Let's go over some points here coming into tonight's race. They got about 4.5 minutes left before they go to qualify. So right now, Christopher Grosso comes in your leader. This is race number 15 of 34, I believe, in the DAYZ Racing XFINITY Series. He's got 50 points ahead of Keith Mayato. And then we go down to Aaron Riley, and I believe Aaron Riley is not going to make it tonight. He's on vacation, so hopefully he's having a good time out there. He'll probably just take a provisional for points. And then we go back to 4th place, Dean Viney. 5th place, Adam Baker. 6th place, Joe Mitchell. 7th place, David Howard Jr. 8th place is David Gameforth. 9th is Len McNeese. 10th is Billy Howard. 11th is Chris Samard. And 12th is Eric Barilli. So that's your championship points as they stand right now after 14 races. And we'll see what happens tonight. Like I said, we do have 80 laps here, and there are no fast repairs in the SoMo Racing League. So if you get any damage, you're going to have to come into the pits or to the garage and see if you can get it repaired good enough to get back out on the track, or pack it up and take it home for the next race. To the 21 of Justin Rogers now behind Billy Howard. Trying to push these guys up. 42 of Chris Grosso, I believe that is, up on the top. Whoa, and just that quick. We have death on the track. And that's just how fast it can go. So be prepared. All right, we're going to go to our national anthem, and then we'll come back with qualify. So we're going to wait right now. There's about 42 seconds left before these guys go to qualify. We will put up the ticker. And this is single car qualify, so no teams will get an advantage of drafting. You're going to have to get your lap yourself. A lot of times, you know, you see guys worried about starting up in the front. It's not really important where you start, it's where you finish, obviously. 80 laps is a long way to survive here at Daytona. So we'll have to see who can keep it alive the longest, make the right moves, probably see some green flag pits, and then see who comes out the winner tonight. All right, we're getting ready to go to qualify, and we'll see who's the first driver out. We'll get the ticker up, and we will see. All right, looks like Jay Dubuque is the first driver out, so let's take a lap around with Jay Dubuque in the number 65. Papa John's Pizza. Nice looking paint job. Let's jump inside with him and take a lap around here. And the clock starts after he passed that start-finish line. So let's see what kind of a lap he gets the first time around. See him get ready to come to the start-finish line, and we will see what kind of time he gets up for this first lap. 49.633. Let's go take another ride with another driver here. Let's go with Jeff Glockner in the number 88 Bordeaux butt paste. I believe Jeff said that was his uncle's ride when his uncle was racing. And we'll watch the ticker to see. We'll probably see that thing bounce around quite a few times here tonight. Right now, Jay's still holding on to that first spot. And we're waiting for more times to come in. See Justin Rogers now to the point. Jeff Glockner with a 49.267. That throws him up into second. Joe Mitchell up in first. Let's go take a ride with Timothy Lewis in the number 4. He's showing right now in 9th. See if he can get a better time than a 49.726 this time by. $49.074. That'll throw him up to the front. Let's take a ride with Billy Howard. Right now, Billy Howard's shown in 7th. Billy Howard with a 49.279. Let's see what he can get this next time by the stripe. And Billy out with a 49.157. That right now will keep him in 7th. We'll take a look at Dean Viney. Dean Viney sporting a new paint out here tonight. Frosted Flakes. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Pretty sharp looking colors on there. Dean Viney with a 49.159. That'll throw him up in 8th. Right now, Timothy Lewis still hanging on to first. Keith Mayato up into 2nd. Let's see who else is out here running. And that is the end of it. So it looks like Timothy Lewis is going to be the pole setter tonight. So congratulations to Timothy on that. All right, we have Timothy Lewis going to start on the pole here tonight. Congratulations to Timothy for that run. Keith Mayato will start 2nd. 3rd place will go to Jeff Sharp. 4th place will be Joe Mitchell. 5th place is Len McNeese. 6th place is Justin Rogers. 7th is Billy Howard. 8th is Dean Viney. 9th is Ryan Gemmel. 10th is Jeff Glockner. 11th place will be Jay Dubuque. 12th will be David Gameforth. 13th is Chris Grosso. 14th is Ronald Henry. 15th, David Howard Jr. 16th, Chris Simard. 17th, Adam Baker. 18th, Shane Papala. 19th, Eric Barilli. And 20th, Lupa Gonzalez. 21st, Brian Neff. 22nd, Paul Cohen. 23rd, John Estes, and 24th is Michael Palmer. So we're just waiting now for the pace car to take these guys around. Got a long way around here tonight. Everybody usually loves Daytona. Foot to the floor, keep it going. 80 laps here though tonight with no fast repairs, so we're gonna have to see, who's gonna try and make it to the end. Sometimes you get caught up in something that's not your fault. Sometimes you're just in the wrong place, the wrong time. Hopefully we get to see some long green flag runs and some pit strategies come into play here tonight. But we want to thank iRacing World on Facebook for sponsoring tonight's race. If you haven't been to iRacing World already on Facebook, go see iRacing World and join. Forget how many members, maybe up to almost 5,000 members now. So a lot of people on there. So if you haven't been on there, go check it out. Jeff Glockner does a good job running things over there with the admins. All right, we're going to wait for the pace car to head on in and get these guys going tonight. Everybody is lined up 2 by 2. Timothy Lewis will bring them to the line. We saw the pace car go in and a quick green. So we have the 18 of Joe Mitchell pushing right now on the back of the 09 of Keith Mayato. And the number 4 of Timothy Lewis down low with the 49 of Jeff Sharp right behind him. See who is going to lead this first lap. It looks like Keith Mayato is going to beat Timothy Lewis to the line to lead that lap. Come back a little bit here, 2 by 2 all the way through the field. A couple single file a little further back, and then we're back 2 by 2 back here with 89 of Shane Papala, David Howard Jr., Paul Cohen, and Lupa Gonzalez. We see a little change up in the front. Keith Mayato and Joe Mitchell drop it down low, so that's going to put Justin Rogers on the outside with Dean Viney right behind him. And the 4 of Timothy Lewis in third down low. And we see the field kind of split up just a little bit, all the way back to Jeff Glockner in 11th, and then it kind of separates a little bit to 12th place David Gameforth. He's the leader of the second bunch. I think a lot of guys are going to kind of chill out back there and kind of let things work its way through. We see them come around. And now Keith Mayato is led 3 laps. Joe Mitchell right. Oh, Joe Mitchell down low. Something wrong with Joe. I think Joe may have just gotten out of the groove and didn't want to come back up in the track in front of anybody, or no, something is wrong with Joe Mitchell, I believe. We'll have to come back and see if Joe goes into the pits or does he stay out, and hopefully he can get it fixed. I don't think Joe intentionally dropped to the rear. Unless there was a problem. I know he's been having some issues lately. We were just talking about that last night. So we have Timothy Lewis now back out front. Justin Rogers on the outside. Keep Me Auto down low, and the 71 of Dean Viney up in fourth. We're back to teammates Brian Neff and Ronald Henry. Where are they? Up on the outside line. Number 75 and the number 60 trying to stick together here. See the 84 of Len McNeese. If he can get with the 71 sometime during this race, those two guys do real good together on these restrictor plate tracks. We've seen Dean Viney win a couple of races with the help of the 84 of Len McNeese. Looks like the outside line's going pretty decent. Got 5 cars in that first bunch. I believe that's Luba Gonzalez in the 53 was up high. I think he's going to tuck it in down low behind Adam Baker in the 48. Right in front of Adam Baker in the 6, Ryan Gemmel. Adam Baker and Ryan Gemmel are teammates, as well as Joe Mitchell. Go up a little closer here. See some movement in the cars, not really too bad, but seen a little bit of movement. Let's go jump in with Jeff Glockner and do a lap around here from inside Jeff Glockner's car. As they come around the stripe. Lap number 9. See a little bit of movement on the outside of Jeff Glockner's car. A couple guys shifting a little bit back and forth. Go back up front. Timothy Lewis still out front with Keep Me Auto tucked right underneath, giving him a really hard push. The 21 of Justin Rogers, the 71 of Dean Viney on the outside in the lead of that outside line. 49 of Jeff Sharp and the 84 of Dean Len McNeese. And almost a little bit of contact there between Brian Neff and the 07 of Billy Howard. Look like they're trying to get some side draft and got a little bit closer than they want. Hopefully no net code will get in on it. We've seen net code ruin a bunch of races last night in the Lazy Days Racing Truck Series, we had a net code issue between the 84 and the 78. And kind of wrecked both of them. Guys are doing a good job right now up front. Haven't really had much change. Let's go a little bit further back. See Eric Burley in the number 14, shown in 22nd right now behind his teammate Chris Grosso. They're kind of just, the way it looks, they're just kind of riding it out for a little bit. A lot of laps here. Gonna let these guys race it out up front and hopefully not get collected in it when it does come. Shane Papala right now shown in 20th. I believe some of these guys went to the rear. David Howard Jr. in 19th. Michael Palmer in the 31. He is shown right now in 18th. John Estes in the 72. NBC Ford Mustang, he is 17th. Paul Cohen is shown in 16th. Chris Simard in the number 77, he is in 15th right now. David Gainforth shown in 14th right now. 13th, Luba Gonzalez, right behind 12th place Adam Baker. And 11th place, Ryan Gemmel. And hanging on to 10th place, so far having a good run, Jeff Glockner in the number 88. And then Billy Howard in the 07 is in 9th. Len McNeese in the 84 is in 8th. And then it's just kind of a stone's throw for the 6 or 7 up in front. Timothy Lewis right now does lead 8 laps. Keith Miato has 3 and Justin Rogers has 1. So we have a couple of guys with some bonus points here also. So you do get a bonus point for leading a lap, and you get a bonus point for leading the most laps. So every point does count, especially in the championship. They will go to a chase and then a chase elimination, and drivers will reset who are in the chase, and it'll start all over for those drivers, and only one will come out the champion this year. And Justin Rogers will lead that lap, and Timothy Lewis on the inside line quickly gonna challenge him again. See the 71 of Dean Viney trying to push Justin Rogers up in front of that 4, but the inside line still has the advantage. Go inside with Keith Miato. Keith Miato right now in 3rd down low. I believe that is Joe Mitchell that they are catching right now in the field. So let's go up into Timothy Lewis so we can watch him go past this lap car. Obviously there's outside traffic. It's scary when you have 2 wide coming up on a lap car. Yeah, something serious must have happened to Joe Mitchell for him to go a lap down right away, especially when he was so strong up front pushing. But we do see everybody getting by Joe Mitchell. He's doing his best to keep it up high. See if he can catch on to the draft here and at least maybe keep up and not go down another lap. If a caution comes out, he should be able to get on the lead lap. Hopefully he's able to catch on to it. It doesn't really look like it. Looks like he's got some kind of problems going on. I'll have to come back to him again. So we see some moving around going on now. Let's see. Timothy Lewis out front. We saw the 60 of Brian Neff jump down low behind the 88 of Jeff Glockner. Jeff Glockner now moves up to 7th. And looks like the 60 has gone back, coming back down low, up high, down low. Almost in the middle, 3 wide. Looks like the outside line with just those two cars are losing some ground. We have two more cars behind them. If they can catch them, they'll have a 4-car line going here. Might help them a little bit. They kind of single file it out right now up front. So let's go back to where we're double file. And that is the 88 of Jeff Glockner, the 60 of Brian Neff, the 07 of Billy Howard, and the 75 of Ronald Henry. We are coming to lap 21. 80 laps here tonight. And it looks like the the 71 of Dean Viney able to get behind the 84 of Len McNeese. So watch out for those two. Now that they've found each other on the track, if they can stay together, they definitely will be there at the end. Keep an eye on those guys somewhere during the race. So we have Justin Rogers up front here on the outside line with the 60 of Brian Neff, the 75 of Ronald Henry behind them, and the 88 of Jeff Glockner trying to get to the back of the 75 to make that a 4-car line. We'll see Eric Barilli and David Howard Jr. moves back to 22nd. Eric Barilli moves up to 21st. Michael Palmer and John Estes kind of dancing together here, 18th and 19th. Let's see, let's jump in with Len McNeese and turn it up. Couple different car angles. Everybody got the foot down to the floor. Justin Rogers now gets scored. Oh, not scored, but he is shown in first. See if he can get to the line. So now Justin Rogers down low. Brian Neff, the first car on the outside line. In the 4 of Timothy Lewis, right behind the 21. The 75 of Ronald Henry, right behind the 60. Gonna be a drag race to the line. Looks like Brian Neff is gonna get scored for that lap. Now the outside line seems to be building up and the inside line seems to be dropping down a little bit. Justin Rogers trying to get to the line before the number 60 of Brian Neff. Brian will get that lap, so Brian will have 2 laps led. I see some sparks. And the 75 a little bit upset. Able to save it. Some right front damage though on that car. Now Timothy Lewis is going to move to the outside line, try and be that first car on the outside line. Arnold Henry now going to try and tuck in behind the 60 and take some of the air off of that right front fender. It's going to allow Justin Rogers back to the front. Followed by Keith Mayato in the 09, the 84 of Len McNeese. And the 71 of Dean Biney. I tell you, watch these guys. We saw the 65 of Jay Dubuque take it down low to let the pack go on by. Very smart move. How are you there, Sam? See the 89 of Shane Papala now up to 9th. '51 of Paul Cohen hanging on to 10th. Billy Howard in the 07 up high. See Chris Martin now in the 77 moving up, so that back pack of drivers are catching this front pack. Let's take a look from the blimp. And we see a driver. Let's go see if we can find out what driver that is up high. Go back a little bit in the field and do a quick backwards to front check. The 31 of Michael Palmer in 22nd. John Estes in 21st. David Howard Jr. in 20th. Eric Barilli in 19th. Chris Grosso in 18th. Jeff Sharp hanging on to 17th. David Gainforth in 16th. Lupe Gonzalez in 15th. Adam Baker in the number 48. He is 14th. Ryan Gemmel, the number 6, is 13th. We see the 18th of Joe Mitchell. He is 2 laps down. And we go up here. Billy Howard is up high. Going to be in 12th. Jeff Glockner to 11th. Chris Samard moves up into the top 10. Paul Cohen now 9th. Dean Viney in the number 71 is in 8th. And the rest of these guys are just back and forth. We have Timothy Lewis, though, in the number 4 out front. He's got 22 laps led so far. The number 60 of Brian Neff. He was able to get up there and lead 2 laps. I believe Barilli and Grosso are kind of just hanging out in the back, waiting for some of these laps to go down before they make their move. A lot of times they'll just hang out in the back and kind of let it race out. Probably expected the big one already. We got 47 laps to go. Should be seeing pit stops coming up soon. Where it looks like it'll be green flag pit stops. Hopefully everybody can get on and get off with no problem. Definitely going to be a big shakeup though when they start pitting in. See a drag race to the start finish line between the 60 and the 4. And it looks like Brian Neff is going to take back the lead for that lap. We see Shane Papala in the number 89 moving up, shown in 4th and 5th, back and forth. I don't know what happened with the 60 and the 75, if there was a little bit of contact, and maybe that's why he went down low and back up. And it looks like we're going to go, we're going to go 3 wide. Looks like guys are going to try to make this a one-stop race. So we have one driver, Joe Mitchell, the number 18. He is 2 laps down. Something happened early on. Not really sure what, but we saw Joe go from 2nd place to he just dropped down underneath the line, let everybody go by. It looked like he was going to take the car off the track, but is back out. Hasn't been any cautions for him to get any of those laps back, so he's kind of stuck there in the middle, 2 laps down. Let's go back up here to Dean Viney and Len McNeese. We've seen those. Oh, and there's the big one. Had a feeling it was coming. All right, right, let's see if we can go back and find out what caused this. Riding up here with the 60 right now. We saw him down in front of the 4. Looked like the 75 was trying to get down in front and misjudged. Just wasn't clear. Let's go back with the 75. As soon as I can find him. Go back and take a look at that. Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get down in front of the 60 and just wasn't clear. That's going to collect the 77, the 07, the 51, the 53, the 4. See, Chris Grosso makes slight contact there also. So that's going to change things now. All right, we see the guys coming in. Shane Papala right now showing as your leader as they come down the pits. So Joe Mitchell looks like he's going to be able to get one of those laps back. Let's see who's first to get off of pit road here. It looks like the 89 of Shane Papala is going to get off first. So we've had 15 lead changes already, and we are under the first caution right now. With 41 laps to go, there was 80 laps in this race with no fast repairs. So a lot of guys right now are going to be sitting in pit road getting some damage fixed. Looks like Ryan Gemma will get out second. Adam Baker will get out third. David Gainforth in the 101 will get out fourth. John Estes right now in the 72, shown in fifth. Michael Palmer is shown in sixth. David Howard Jr. seventh. Len McNeese eighth. Chris Grosso will be shown in ninth. Eric Barilli will come out in 10th. So there's your 10 right now. After the first caution and some serious damages out on the track. And we see the 14 coming back into pit road. See if he's coming to get damage fixed or grabbing another set of tires. Well, tonight's race brought to you by iRacing World on Facebook. If you haven't already been to iRacing World on Facebook, go to iRacing World and hit the join button. I believe there's about 5,000 members already. Lots of good information, iRacing, sim racing, NASCAR racing. I mean, just all kinds of race information. A lot of nice people on there. Jeff Glockner and the admins do a real good job keeping it clean. You know, you can pick up some good information on there. Guys do share a lot of stuff about iRacing to help you with your wheels, and you know, guys are always on there asking opinions on PC builds and stuff like that. So good site, go check them out. I want to thank them for sponsoring tonight's race. Right now, it looks like we have 8 cars, 9 cars right now off the track. Lots of damages to the 75, the 60, the 51, and the 4 of Timothy Lewis, who got the lead 25 laps here tonight. All right, the lights are out. We are doubled up, and Shane Papala will take the inside. Ryan Gemmel to the outside, the 48 of Adam Baker right behind the 89. And the 101 of David Gainforth right behind the 6 of Ryan Gemmel. We see the 31 of Michael Palmer moving his way up. It should be an interesting start here. We've seen when the pace car goes in, the green flag comes out fast. So hang on tight and let's see. Just waiting on that pace car. Just watch when the pace car goes in, how fast that green flag comes out. All right, pace car is in and the green flag is out. We are back at it again. And Ryan Gemmel with a great start, gonna jump it down in front of Shane on the inside line to try to keep that lead. David Gainforth and David Howard Jr. up high. See Adam Baker in the 48 kind of by himself, and then here we see the 42 of Chris Grosso working his way on that outside line, followed by Keith Mayato. Down low behind the 48 is the 31 of Michael Palmer. So Ryan Gemmel gonna get that lap led, see if he can come by again and get another lap led. Looks like he'll do it with no problem. Right now the 101 of David Gainforth kind of stuck out there by himself. We see Chris Grosso jump down to the inside and quickly duck into that hole. And we see Joe Mitchell in the 18. Got one of his laps back, has one more to go. That outside line quickly forming. And now we have a side-by-side battle all the way through. It's going to get interesting. So Ryan Gemmel in the 48, the 6 of Adam Baker in the 48 and the 6 of Ryan Gemmel are teammates. Right now they are nose to tail. See a couple of cars shifting up. And we'll add, yes, Adam Baker gets scored for that lap. Adam Baker has 1 lap led. Ryan Gemmel has 3 laps led. Shane Papala has 4 laps led. See the 7 of David Howard Jr. on the outside, followed by the 84 of Len McNeese. Go back a little bit further, Michael Palmer in the 31 on the inside, followed by the 101 of David Gameforth. Oh, we have another wreck going on here. Man, that looked pretty tough. Let's see if we could go back and figure out what happened. Let's take a look right now with the 101. We see the 88 of Jeff Glockner up high, gets into the side of Joe Mitchell. Let's go back one more time. Let me find the 88 and go see what happened with him. I didn't even know Jeff was out damaged. We see him move up high on the track. And he just came down a little bit too low right there in front. So that's going to take the 18 of Joe Mitchell, get him some damage, a 72 also. I'm surprised there was no yellow on that one. That should have been a yellow. So you see the 60 of Brian Neff staying up high. Adam Baker is out front. Ryan Gemmel in second. We see the 84 of Len McNeese on the outside, and David Howard Jr. quickly to the back of the 84. 32 laps to go in this race, and we see a bunch of cars damaged down low coming back out of the pits. Got a 4-car battle side by side up front. Let's go back a little bit to, let's see who's still running out here. Where Ronald Henry just coming on the track. He's 10 laps down. Chris Samara 9 laps down with lots of damage. Dean Viney we see. Justin Rogers is the last car on the lead lap. He is in 12th. Jeff Sharp in the number 49. He is sitting in 11. John Estes into the top 10 in the 72. And David Gameforth in 9th. Eric Barilli in the 14th. He is 8th. And he is tucked up behind the 09 of Keith Mayata, who is in 7th. So Eric with a little bit of damage, still holding on to a pretty good spot. And then we go up to Michael Palmer in the 31. He is in 6th. Len McNeese is in 5th. And we are single file right now. So it started out as a non-caution race. That one caution really hurt a bunch of guys. And then that last wreck, which really should have been a caution, I don't understand why it wasn't a caution, and it was carnage all over the track. But here we are, 28 laps to go, 1 caution. Adam Baker out front, 7 laps led so far. We're going to jump inside with Michael Palmer real quickly, and we will crank it up. And you can hear the difference in the cars. Those Toyotas got a very high power type sound. Ford's got a kind of a low hum there. We're coming to 24 laps to go. Adam Baker is still out front. Adam Baker has got 11 laps led. Big change of events. Timothy Lewis in the number 4, who was taken out in that wreck, had 25 laps led. Real strong car here tonight. Caught in the wrong place. Obviously too much damage on that car to bring it back out on the track. So Timothy Lewis right now going from first with 25 laps led, right now sitting in 21st. So not the night he was expecting, but definitely had a strong car here tonight. We see these guys, these 6, single filing it out right now. David Howard Jr. now moving to the outside with Len McNeese. Gonna try to do everything they can to get past Adam Baker and Ryan Gemmell. See Ryan Gemmell tucked up underneath the 48 of Adam Baker. Well, he must not be hating it now. Adam Baker's probably happy, but he knows he's going to be a sitting duck when it comes down to the end of this race here. Being up front like that, man, is tough to try to keep everybody back. Now we have 3 on the outside and 3 on the inside. Go back to Eric Barilli. He has swapped spots with Keith Mayato, sitting 7th. Keith Mayato sitting 8th. Unfortunately, got caught in some of those damages. And we see the 88 of Jeff Glockner and the 60 of Brian Neff, both damaged in the wreck prior. Just trying to hang on to what positions they got. We see them trying to form once again on that outside line. They can get up to them, but it kind of falls apart. We're coming to 20 to go this time by. It ain't over till it's over, though. I think they're just trying to size up that inside line for that final move at the end. So we're coming to 18 laps to go next time by. We've had 19 lead changes. Oh, we're going to be tight here. Oh, this is not going to be good. Wow, that is going to end Ryan Gemmel's night probably right there. Coming up on those lap cars really fast, nowhere to go. Let's go take a look. Try to. See the 49 on the outside, the 72 down low. The 7 makes contact with the 49, and that kind of bounces him around a little bit. Let's go back again with the 49. Let's go see it from his view. You see him up high, the 72, John S. is down low, and everybody try to bottleneck through into the 84, the 84 into the 6. And the 6 is going to have to tow it. So let's see, do they come in? Do they stay out? That's the question. If Baker comes in, the rest will stay out. If Baker stays out, the rest may come in. So hard decision to make here as the leader. And it looks like everybody's going to go in and Baker's going to stay out. So Adam Baker started 17th. Right now he's sitting first with 17 laps led. Decides to stay out, and the rest of the drivers go in. He'll have the lane choice, so that should help him. I know tires aren't really that big of a difference here at the restrictor plates, but it does help. So I don't know if, you know, like I said, if Adam stayed out, they go in. If Adam goes in, they may stay out. So yeah, hard decision there by the leader. So he's got it, and he's going to have to live with it, whatever it brings. CreekFire.com. Muskogee Creek Native American items. Featuring jewelry, clothing, and accessories, arts, crafts, and more. Verified members of Muskogee tribes. Muskogee Creek Native American items. CreekFire.com. Authentic Muskogee Creek Native American items.
SoMo Garage, bringing you the latest racing news, sim racing talk, driver chat, and highlights from the SoMo Racing Leagues with SoMo Racing League drivers. Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Get ready for 1 hour of kicking the tires in the SoMo Garage with your hosts, Aaron Riley and Paul Zoda.
Just don't forget to tune in on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. for 1 hour of race talk in the SoMo Garage. Obviously, this Sunday there will be no show because of the 4th of July weekend. And next Sunday also there will not be a show. So in 3 Sundays, come on back. We'll be broadcasting, though, not this week, but the following week. Monday night, GAC. Tuesday night, SoMo. Wednesday night, SoMo. 4th of July week, a lot of guys are taking off, a lot of races are off, so we have a bunch of replays you can watch in there. Watch the Daytona 500 in the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series, where they did 200 laps on the opener in the Cup Series. Was a great race. That was done by Max Speed TV. It was a great broadcast and was a real great race. So if you want to go digging through, look through the playlist, and you'll find stuff there. GAC, super late model season that they just went through prior, and now GAC currently in the Camping World Truck Series on Monday nights. Go through the playlist. You got SoMo. We have the Cup Series, no, not the Cup Series, the Lazy Days Racing Truck Series and the Lazy Days Racing XFINITY Series. And you can go through and check them all out. At least get your racing fix during the break. All right, so Adam Baker now is on the inside. He did not go in. The rest of the drivers did. We'll be coming to 14 to go this time by. Will we keep it green? And will we see Adam Baker just get run over? Or will he be able to hang on with those tires? So, going to be an interesting finish here. And tomorrow night, the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series is going to be at Daytona for 90 laps on Parks Brothers Racing. So if you want to tune in tomorrow night, 8:45, just go to Parks Brothers Racing, look for the SoMo Lazy Days Racing Cup Series, and we'll be back here tomorrow night for 90 laps, and I will have the pleasure to drive in that race. So I can't wait. So right now we have Adam Baker, David Howard Jr., Michael Palmer, Keith Mayato, Eric Barilli, and Len McNeese, and we are back green here for the finish. Adam Baker with a good start. Going to cross the line first. We see some guys moving around, trying to get where they want. Up high, we have the 7 of David Howard Jr. and the 09 of Keith Mayato. Down low, we have the 48 of Adam Baker, the 31 of Michael Palmer, and the 14 of Eric Barilli. So far, Adam seems to be doing pretty good on those tires. I didn't think tires would be that much, but definitely fresher tires is a little bit of an advantage. Let's jump back here a little bit to the second pack if I can get to them. See Dean Biney in the 71, the 84 of Len McNeese, the 60 of Brian Neff. Go back up front. So far, these are the 5 cars that were able to kind of stay out of trouble here. So Adam Baker right now, 22 laps led. Timothy Lewis had 25. If Adam Baker can pass 25, he will come out of here with the most laps led tonight. Go back to David Game, fourth. The 21 of Justin Rogers, who is a lap down, and the 18 of Joe Mitchell, who is 3 laps down. Back up front with our leaders. Michael Palmer, man, had a great run here tonight. Michael Palmer started 24th, and he's got himself up in second. Got a strong possibility for a win here tonight. Eric Barilli started 19th. He's got himself up to third, also in contention for a win. David Howard Jr. started 15th. He's got himself sitting up in fourth. And Keith Mayato started second, a little bit shuffled back in the fifth, but still in this race. Jump back a little bit here to the 72 of John Estes, the 71 of Dean Biney, and the 60 of Brian Neff. John Estes is in 9th. Dean Biney is in 14th. And Brian Neff is in 15th. Go back up front to our leaders. We are slowly counting these laps down. See the 07 of Billy Howard down low. '31 of Michael Palmer right behind Adam Baker. Just trying to keep those guys up front. Got to be driving and plotting right now. How can you make that last lap pass across the line? I know that's what I would be thinking. I'm going to try and stay up as close as I can to him, get us a little bit of distance, back off, and shoot it high. Take a look from the nose of Eric Barilli's car. We see them approaching lap traffic here. See if these guys can keep it high and stay out of the way. We have one starting to come down. So Adam Baker right now does have the most laps led here tonight. See the 84 of Len McNeese keeping it up high for the lead pack here. So Adam Baker will definitely get bonuses for leading a lap and leading the most laps. Back here to the 72 of John Estes, 71 of Dean Viney, the 60 of Brian Neff, and the 07 of Billy Howard. Some damages on these cars, caught up in that second caution there. And it looks like the 14 and the 7 may be plotting something here to jump to that outside line as we count these laps down. So we're going to stick with these guys and see how they play this out. And we see the 31 up high. Keith Miato going to get in behind him. Try and push them to the front. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle there on the 48. Looks like the 14 may have caught just a piece of him when when they were kind of shifting a little bit. Almost a big one. That is not what you want at this point of the race. So now we have Adam Baker, Eric Barilli, and David Howard Jr. up to third. Michael Palmer slips back to 5, and Keith Miato fourth, and Keith Miato in 5th. And we'll be coming to 3 to go this time. You see them dive it up to the outside one more time. See if Michael Palmer can stay with him. Keith Miato sitting back, waiting. And here we go. Wow, that was close. And that is going to put David Howard Jr. now to the front. Up David Howard Jr. into the wall. But keeping it going. Adam Baker taking the short end of the stick on that one. So now we have the 14 going high with the 09 of Miato. This is getting dicey here. Eric Barilli now getting scored for that lap. Can he clear the 7 and get down low? Is he going to hang Miato out? He'll be coming to the white flag this time by. It's all or nothing. Bring all the trophy or the wheel, pretty much. Miato down low is going to leave Barilli on the outside alone. The 31 of Michael Palmer is going to jump up high. Barilli's going to probably get to the back of him. And we are at the white flag one more time around. Oh, and it's done. Oh, it's done. David Howard Jr. right now, no yellow. It'll be a drag race to the line between David Howard Jr. and Eric Barilli. Adam Baker's hoping that they part the sea and he can drive on by. We're really trying to get some of that side draft off of the 7. Will he have enough? Baker to the back. Wow, that was close. David Howard Jr., Eric Barilli, and Adam Baker. First, second, and third, man. That was a finish. Wow, that was a finish. That was definitely an exciting finish right there. So Adam Baker able to get back to third. So not a bad run for Baker. Eric Barilli second, and David Howard Jr. takes home your win here tonight, man. That is just amazing. So we'll see if we can get a word in with these guys. We will start with Adam Baker. Let's see if I can get a hold of Adam Baker here. Adam Baker, you got a copy? Hello, Adam, do you got a copy? All right, I'm not hearing anything from Adam. We'll have to try and get back with him after this. Let's go to Eric Barilli here. Let's see if he is even in here. I don't see him. Oh, here he goes. Eric Barilli, you got a copy?
Yeah, good, Paul.
Wow, dude, let me tell you what. That was an exciting finish for sure. You started 19th. We seen you get caught up in a little bit of that, I don't know what you want to call it, and come back, man, and almost take the win and finish second, dude. Tell us about your race, man. That was amazing.
Yeah, thanks. We started in the back, during practice and stuff. You can see that, there's going to be a little bit of bumping and banging going on. So we decided to start in the back, and we slowly worked our way up to the front. We got caught up in a couple incidents, which probably gave us about 30 seconds or so of optional repairs at one point. And we fixed it up, got back out, and with the last restart, I think we were like 5th or 6th. And we got up to second, and, good racing with Adam and, Howard and them. And, luckily we were able to come home in second. It was really close, though.
Yeah, we saw at that one point you and Miyato on the outside, and you guys definitely had a good run. And we were questioning if, it was getting down to 3 and 2 to go. Were you going to leave Miyato on the outside and jump down to the inside? And then Miyato left you out there, and we were like, oh, I can't believe he left Barilli out there. But then 31 came up there to try and catch up with you and keep it going. But, man, that was definitely an exciting finish. Good to see you have a good run here tonight, too, man. We've seen a lot of good cars get taken out. We've seen you taking it easy in the beginning with your teammate Chris Grosso, and we kind of talked about that a little bit on the broadcast here, that, you guys probably just hanging out waiting for a little bit of this race to go down and move up. But, dude, way to go, man. That looked pretty good, man. That was definitely an exciting finish.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we definitely did good. Chris unfortunately got caught up in that incident too, and we were kind of, pairing off together. And we figured we'd ride around until the 3/4 part of the race and start to make our move. But things didn't fall the way it was. But luckily Chris is still, I think, leading the points if I remember right, and we were able to get a good finish. So it was a good night overall.
Yeah, he's got a real strong lead in the points here. Even with a bad race tonight, he'll still probably be 38 or so points ahead. He's definitely doing really good here in this series. But man, definitely been a lot of fun. Good to see you back out. Good to see you running good. And first of all, we want to thank you for your sponsorship here from Lazy Days Racing, and good to have you guys on the track with us, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Paul.
And before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to, of course, you, Paul, for putting on the league, and the admins. They do a great job every week. To the guys racing, doing an awesome job. My spotter, Tim, his dad's in the hospital, not feeling too good, so he wasn't able to make it tonight, but we want to lift him up in prayer and just let him know that we're thinking about him from Lazy Days. And, of course, a shout out to my man Chris Grosso, had another great night, and everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We follow Tim on Facebook and keep up with a lot of his posts, and we're always praying for him and his family. So hopefully things go good, and congratulations again, man, on that second place finish. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. See what you got for these guys.
Sounds good, Paul. Thanks again.
All righty. All right, we are going to see if we can get caught up with our winner here, David Howard Jr.
Did we get?
Oh, wrong one. David Howard Jr., you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Paul. I got you.
Well, buddy, I just got finished talking to Eric, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. Dude, that was an exciting finish. That was definitely a lot of fun to watch. Congratulations, man, taking it first. We didn't know what was going to happen, man. But before we get into it, give us a breakdown of how your night went.
Man, it was a scary night. I heard a little bit what Eric said, and I was kind of seeing the same thing. Just from pit parties and practice and things like that, you could tell the cars were jumping around a lot in the air, and there was going to be some bumping and banging and some wrecking going on. So we kind of went with those guys and kind of hung out in the back most of the race, and still almost become a part of a wreck. So after that wreck happened. I said, forget it. It was right at halfway, so I just said, man, if I get caught up in a wreck now, I guess it's a good time to do it. Let's just stick up front and try to lead the race and try to lead the rest of them. And, man, how exciting at the end.
Yeah, that was definitely something at the end, man. We didn't know which way it was going to go. I mean, there was so much going on in just those last couple laps. And it definitely made for good excitement, man. I was on the edge of my seat, man, because I just did not know what was going to happen. But you started 15th. You take it home first. You got 3 laps led, and the most important lap is that checkered. So definitely a great run for you here tonight, man. You hung in there. You managed to start a little bit further back and get yourself up to the front, taking it easy. And, man, I'll tell you what, dude, you guys had me going.
Yeah, that was exciting there at the end. What's kind of crazy about that, Eric probably ain't gonna want to hear this. With about 6-7 to go, I was telling my teammate who was spotting for me at the time. I told him, I said, man, when Eric goes, I'm gonna go with him. I kind of owe Eric. I've kind of bumped him a few times, took him out of the chase last year, so I was gonna push him to this win. But I guess somebody got bumped sideways up front, and through all that chaos, I went by it. So. Wound up front, and I said, man, I just ain't going to give it to him. It wouldn't be right. I know he wouldn't want it that way. So we dragged race to the line. I thought he would have me at the end, being on the outside, but my teammate was in my ear going, man, don't you get off that paint. Stay right on that yellow. If you get off the yellow, he's going to get the better run. And he was right, man. I stuck it right to the yellow, and we were able to barely clip him right at the flag.
Yeah, that was definitely that's exactly what I said too, man. We're going to have a drag race to the line. This is going to be interesting. But, man, I'll tell you what. That was a whole lot of fun to call. It was a whole lot of fun to watch. A lot of people were watching it tonight. I'm sure they got to say the same thing, man, that was definitely an exciting finish, man. And congratulations on that win, bro. Way to get it done here, bro. Before we let you go, I'm going to let you give a shout-out to whoever you want to give a shout-out to who makes it possible for you.
Yeah, first of all, the good Lord above makes this possible for me, and my wife and kids, they're my biggest fans. She was in there screaming. I heard them in there screaming when I crossed the finish line, so that's always cool to have
That's
that
awesome.
kind of support. and got a lot of fans and friends and family on Facebook that watch these things. If they can't watch it live, they always go back. So that's pretty cool to have people supporting me doing this deal. You guys, man, I know you've been going through a lot of work to put this broadcast on and do it right, and top-notch product, man. So thank you to you. That's a big one, man. You put in a lot of time and energy, man. So we really appreciate that. Not just saying it. Man, I'm out of breath now. All of our sponsors, man. Lazy Days Racing. It's kind of cool to drag race Eric to the line there. He puts a lot of time and energy and money into this as well. So pretty cool to race a series sponsor to the line there. And all my competitors, man, they're all really classy guys, man. All of them, give you room when you're around them. And man, it was fun tonight.
Yeah, it definitely was a lot of fun, man, and that was definitely a great finish, and good to see you take the win here, man. So congratulations on that, and we'll see you in 2 weeks and see what you got for these guys when we move forward.
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
All right, buddy. Have a good night, and congratulations on the win.
Yes, sir, Paul. Thanks.
All right, we're going to try to get in touch with Adam Baker again. Adam, you got a copy? I cannot hear you if you're talking.
Oh, sorry, I got you.
All right, there we go. I was like, man, don't tell me I'm not going to get a word in with you tonight. Dude, that was crazy there at the end, man. That was an exciting finish. What a save, though, man. I'm surprised that the whole field didn't wreck. We saw you get turned a little bit sideways there from the lead, and man, it just got shuffled up, and it looked like it was going to go bad, but you did save it, and then you still managed to take it back home third. So give us a little breakdown of how your night was.
Yeah, so for the first half of the race or so, I tried to stay in the back and tried to kind of bide my time. We were getting ready to come in for green flag pit stops when that first caution came out, and luckily I was able to squeeze by that. Yeah, that was really tight. I just barely stayed off of Ryan down in the grass, but was able to get through, come in and get some fresh tires and fill up on fuel, and luckily I think we came out near the front after the pits, and so that really helped a lot. I was running behind Shane and David Howard and Ryan there, and I got a pretty good push from behind, and I almost ran into David, so I had to jump outside, and that kind of pushed me up to the lead. I dropped in front and kind of ran it out there. We caught those lap cars, and one of them was in a pretty bad position, and I had to take a shot through the middle. It was either that or check up and get run over from behind, and I didn't mean to get in anybody's way or push people up or body slam anybody. I think David and I made contact, so I'm sorry about that, but I think it worked out all right for him. But yeah, from there, the last run, I was just trying to hold on to the lead, wait for the run from the outside, and got a little bit of a push going into turn one from behind, with like 2 or 3 to go, and I was able to hold on to it on the apron there, but I didn't have enough time to make it back up to those guys. It got them right before the line, but couldn't quite get in front.
Yeah, that was definitely rough, man. And one lead lap car on the outside, one lead lap down car on the inside, and there was really nowhere for you guys to go. And we seen y'all try to squeeze through, man. And it looked like I think somebody made contact with the 49 and spun him down into the 6, and I mean it was just on from there. That was just a poor choice on the lap down cars for splitting it like that. They should have either been up high or down low. You guys, with the speed that you had, I mean, there was really not much you can do. You guys did the best you can, but even at the end there, man, you do come out of here leading the most laps, so you'll definitely get the bonus points for that. And to be able to save it after being turned there real close at the end and come back for a third place finish, definitely good. You had some people out here saying that you're not really a great restrictor plate fan, and at the time you were leading, I said, well, I think you're pretty happy right now. It kind of went south, but I think it kind of turned back around with a third place finish, man. So I'd say it's a pretty good night all in all.
Yeah, I'm not unhappy. It was either I finish well or get wrecked. That's usually how it goes for me at these tracks. Luckily, I was able to stick it out and hold on to third and lead a bunch of laps. It really sucks for some of those guys out there who are running well and got caught up in a couple of those incidents. But it's kind of luck of the draw at these tracks, and I was trying not to get in people's way or run over people. I was trying to kind of bide my time and be patient, and came out of here with a solid top 5.
Yeah, it definitely pays off, man, and congratulations on that third place finish. And we're off next week, but the following week we'll be back live. I'm not really sure where we're at, but hopefully this will carry forward and keep going.
Yeah, I'm excited for whatever track's coming up next.
Well, before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to? We seen your teammate Joe Mitchell. I don't know what happened to him. I was going to try to get with him later on and find out what happened. He had a good, strong car. He was up in second and dropped down, and I don't know what was going on there. But before we let you go, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you at SR Broadcasting for putting up these great races for everybody to watch. I'd like to thank everybody who comes out and races, all the admins for everything they do, my teammates at MB Motorsports for their support. Ryan pushed me quite a ways tonight, and I'm really appreciative of that. I feel bad for him. He definitely loves these tracks, and it didn't turn out good for him. And Joe didn't have such a great race either, but we'll get him next time. But just thankful for those guys coming out and supporting us. All the fans who came out to watch, and iRacing World for sponsoring the race.
Awesome, bro. All right, man, we'll go celebrate, and we'll get caught up with you in 2 weeks from now, man.
All right, thank you.
You got it. Let's see, Joe Mitchell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
What happened early on, man? Did you have any problems or something? Because you had a real strong car. We seen you up in second, and all of a sudden we seen you drop down to the bottom, and almost looked like you were getting ready to pull into the pits at one point. What was going on?
Well, I had initially planned to drop to the back. Didn't quite work out that way, and I was behind Keith Mayauta, and I was pushing him for a really long time, trying to get him clear so that I could focus on doing whatever I needed to do. I stayed behind him way too long, and I was about to blow up, so I had to get out of there pretty quick.
All right, yeah, we weren't sure if it was electronic issues or electrical issues or something, and part of me said I think you may drop down to the back to get to the back, but then it just, I guess when you lost the draft, it must have looked like you slowed even more. But damn, you had a good, strong car here tonight, dude. Sorry to see it go that way, but you did manage to take a top 10 here, so not too bad.
Yeah, that wasn't the most fun and exciting race from my perspective. There's a lot of laps of not seeing anybody, so I guess a top 10 is not too bad, considering there's a couple issues, but we'll get it all figured out and move on.
Yeah, definitely got to straighten out some of these lap down cars, but I'll tell you what, not a bad race. 80 laps, 2 cautions, really should have been 3. I don't know why iRace didn't have that caution come out. It didn't make any sense to me, but then again, that's usually happens. Sometimes they come out when they shouldn't, and then when they should, they don't. But all in all, I say it wasn't really a bad race. It's Daytona, how these tracks are. Sometimes you're in it, sometimes you're not. It just depends on the luck.
Yeah, 80 laps and 2 cautions here, especially in these cars, there's a really high possibility that you're going to wreck and get involved in something just because these cars suck up to the back of another car really fast, and there's a lot of bumping, a lot of weaving back and forth, and it went a lot better than I expected it to.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we just wanted to get a word in with you and just see what was going on. We appreciate your time. I guess we'll get caught up with you in 2 weeks, man.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. And thank you. Have a good night.
All right, thanks, buddy. All right, well, we're gonna go over the results here and get this thing wound down. We have David Howard Jr., who's gonna take it home first tonight. Eric Barilli will take home second. Adam Baker finishes third. Michael Palmer, with a great finish here, will finish fourth. David Gameforth will take home fifth. Sixth place will be Keith Mayato. Seventh place, Justin Rogers. Eighth place goes to John Estes. Ninth will be Len McNeese. 10th, Joe Mitchell. 11th place is Jeff Glockner. 12th goes to Brian Neff. Dean Viney will take home 13th. Shane Papala will finish 14th. And Ronald Henry will finish 15th. 16th goes to Jeff Sharp. 17th to Ryan Gemmel. 18th will be Chris Grosso. 19th, Billy Howard. 20th, Chris Simard. 21st is Paul Cohen. 22nd, Timothy Lewis. 23rd, Lupa Gonzalez. And 24th, Jay Dubuque. We want to thank iRacing World for sponsoring tonight on Facebook. If you haven't been to iRacing World, go check them out on Facebook. Join and keep up with what's going on in iRacing and sim racing and even NASCAR racing. I mean, everything from computers on up. We talk about everything out there. A lot of good people out there. So go check them out. And thanks for tuning in. We're off next week. It'll be the 4th of July, and then we'll be back the following Tuesday. Tomorrow night is the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series, and that'll be on Parks Brothers Racing here on YouTube, and that'll be at 8:45 for 90 laps here with SoMo Racing League in the Cup Series. So if you want to see another good race, tune in tomorrow night, and we will be here live on Parks Brothers Racing. And thanks for tuning in, everybody.